All right, so almost 3 years ago, it was, we were just talking about this in there, it was January of 2012, so it's a little over 3 years that our group has been a group. Jeff Bletner started it. He moved down from Wisconsin, started this group, and at the time there was about 12 of us, and nobody knew each other. Like that first night we showed up, and nobody knew who anybody was. At first it seemed like random coincidence, like just all these people showed up randomly, but it was definitely a God thing. So about a year and a half into the group, Jeff left, Billy and I took over, and so then the group got so big, we split into two. Billy and I were both leading the group, and from there we just kind of kept growing, and we kept getting closer in our friendships and deeper, as a community and deeper with God.
Pretty sweet, actually. We had always known there was a Bible study group, but never actually went out and did it.
So one night, me, Andrew, my husband, and our friend Gina were just hanging out in our apartment. And she was like, hey, that new group starts tonight. And so we just showed up, and we ended up seeing so many familiar faces from church.
Landon, myself, and Gina were like, hey, let's go to this group, let's check it out, and it was jam-packed.
Ever since then, so many friendships have formed. We just connected so quickly. Yeah, it was just kind of like a jump of faith. It was like, let's go.
Since then, it's been quite the journey. So Elaine and I, we had, at the time, been married, I want to say 6 months. And just going through the group, it's been good for our relationship. Just because I realized with everybody out there, you realize what type of man you have to be for God. Not only for God, but for your wife, and just kind of seeing so many examples, it's eye-opening.
When I first heard about group, it was when we just started coming to the Edge. We'd only been there for about a few weeks, and we've been living in St. Joe for about a year at this point, and hadn't really found a community. At that point, since we didn't have a community, since we had moved to St. Joe, it was a huge just breath of fresh air. We'd been away from our families for about a year and hadn't found a church home like we had back home, where we had so much support, and it was a really hard year that first year. And so coming to group, even just that very first day, and meeting everyone, and how everyone was just so kind to us and accepting, very quickly this is what we want to be a part of. And this has made St. Joe home for us, is our community group.
It's always pretty awkward at first when you go to a new small group, because you're there to learn about God and not just to hang out. I don't know, it was just finding family eventually, and that's honestly really why we stayed at the Edge. And through all of those people and their connections, we got even more connected into the church and knew more people, and it just kind of became our community, and it was great.
We came to the first Tuesday night, and that's what really sealed the deal for us. Just because we were having these deep conversations, and just everybody is easygoing, hanging out still afterwards. And so, that first Tuesday night was what kept me coming. Everyone that was there has either stayed or they had to move away, but we're still in contact with everybody. So it's still this tight group, and they all come back eventually when they can to visit. And so this group is just getting bigger and spreading throughout. So.
I've been a member of the group for probably a little over a year and a half, almost 2 years. I fell in love with the group of people. They were all really receptive of me and just getting to know me. Made a lot of long-lasting friends. Just getting into the Word and practicing what we preach. I think that's pretty important as Christians. We don't want to be the people that are just hearers of the Word only, but doers as well.
Well, I think a lot of it was, it started with just getting to know people, and through people I learned who Jesus Christ was. Before I kind of viewed Christianity as just another religion, another list of rules or do's and don'ts, you know, on which people base their lives or to live in some type of box to make themselves feel comfortable. And so just being around a bunch of Christian men is what really helped me get to a point to where I started to develop a relationship with Jesus. And since then, it's improved my relationship with everybody, my family at home, my wife, and I've just developed like a good group of friends based off of the model that Christ has for us, for loving us. So,
being that we have an invisible God, I think we can see God through the work that is done in our relationships, and the work that has been done through this community group has been awesome to see that we've served other people in St. Joe, that we've served each other in our group. This group to us has, it's been like family. It's given us opportunity to serve and to also give us an opportunity to fellowship with other believers. It has really been foundational to being a part of the community at the Edge and feeling connected.